All right, y'all. Well, today is story time, right? So I'm gonna talk to y'all about the first time I ever got booed. First time I ever got booed. First and only time. I was in 6th grade, right? As many of y'all know, I'm an MC. I write music. It's very therapeutic for me. I love doing it. I love the culture. I love the art. I love hip hop, and I'm good at it. So yeah, first time I got booed, it's kind of traumatic. It's like I really didn't want to believe it, but here's the story, right? I've been writing since I was a kid, since I was like 7 years old, you know? And so even as a kid, I knew I had talent. I would go to my sister, I would go to my cousin, and they would always kind of give me pointers about music and stuff like that. And with my sister, she was a little bit hard on me, you know what I'm saying? She would just be like, nah, that shit trash. I'd be like, well, you know, some of it, nah, that shit trash. Nah, go back. Nah, change that shit. Nah, do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to a new school, right? I'm going to the older kids' school, Chadburn Middle. Shout out to everybody in Burnsville. I had a very traumatic first day. It was in 5th grade. I'm gonna tell y'all about that story another day. It's embarrassing and it's traumatic. But 6th grade, they said, hey, you know, they put the posters up, the flyers. Guess what? Chadburn Middle has a talent show. I tell my sister about it. She's like, yo, go in that shit. I start talking to people about it. They're like, yeah, nigga, go do that shit. Do it. That's you. You dope. Do it. So I'm like, cool, talent show is next week. So I start preparing, write my 16, keep going to my sister. Finally, my sister's like, yo, that shit dope. Finally. So now I'm perfecting it. I'm getting the cadence with it. I'm doing all type of stuff, right? The day comes. It's talent show time. Now, this was like an open call talent show. This wasn't like, yo, you sign up for it and woo-de-woo, not like formal stuff. It was literally, nigga, you show up, you got talent, you get up here and do it, and then we announce the winner. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. So this is my first time ever in a public setting saying my rhymes. First time ever, right? 11 years old. So they get up there. I think they had some other segments of like what was going on that night. And then they finally get to the talent show part and they say, you know, anybody with the talent, come on up here, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. So I'm looking around and I was thinking to myself, nah, I don't need to go up there, man. I was really thinking that. I had my homies with me. I think it was Chico and Algie. And they was like, nah, nigga, go ahead. Nah. Cause I said it for them and they hyping me up. Like, go up there. Like, yeah, this is your time. This is your time, brother. This is your time. So I go up there and I went by the name Bliss One. And if y'all seen the previous video, y'all know how I got the name Bliss One, right? So that was the name that I went by. And so I get up there, they give me the mic, I'm confident. But while I'm looking into the crowd, I'm looking at the crowd like, yo, these niggas ain't fucking with me just by me coming up here. Because whenever I was walking down, first of all, the talent show was in a gym, was in the school gym, and we all had to fill up the bleachers. And it was packed. And so, as I'm coming down the bleachers, I'm kind of looking around like, oh, these niggas, they not fucking with me. And a lot of people didn't like me back home. People would come and dap me up and then talk shit about me whenever I walk away, you know what I'm saying? And I come from like a small town, maybe 2,000 people on a good year. You know, real small, one stoplight. I think we probably got like 3 now, but at that time it was just one stoplight. You cross over the tracks. That's the black neighborhood, the hood. The other tracks was the people of the persuasion. But I get the mic, right? I'm up there. The boost of confidence starts coming over me. I'm about to kill this shit. I kid you not. I literally got 2 words out. Niggas was like, boo! Boo! Get his ass off the stage! Boo! Boo! I mean, going in, like, I mean, just being extra, you know what I mean? Like, you got niggas up there, like, doing this shit, and you know what I mean? How they used to do it, the old Apollo and shit, niggas doing the robot and shit, like. And I'm like, ah, damn, these niggas ain't even heard nothing that I've said. So I gather myself, I start my 16 over. Because I'm like, okay, maybe if I just stop, start it back over, everybody calm down and get on the record. Hell no. Motherfuckers started going in harder. Boom! Finally, in the middle of the 16, I just was like, fuck it. All right, it's a wrap. It's a dub. So I hand over the mic. You know, I can't even remember who the announcer was. They were like, thank you. You know, I think they may have been confused too, because it was like, y'all ain't gotta do all that. Like, y'all ain't gotta do all that. So the announcer says, hey, is there anybody else with talent? Because this gentleman just came up here, Bliss One, with the talent, and nobody else is coming after him. Let's go ahead and give him the prize. Somebody raises their hand. Shout out to Burnsville. Shout out to the homie Corey. Corey raises his hand. He raises his hand and he starts coming down, right? Starts looking at the crowd. And so I'm like, man, this dude, they asked me, he said, what you gonna do? He said, man, I'm a rap. It's like, man, I know this nigga Corey. This nigga ain't never said nothing about no damn rapping, nigga. Hell no. So in my head, I'm like, let me hear how they gonna react to this nigga, because I never heard nothing from this nigga. And if they booed me, they damn sure about to boo this nigga. Right? Gets up there, says he's gonna rap. I'm looking. And in my head, I'm like, okay, so he gotta say, I wanna hear if his 16 is gonna be better than mine. If the opening line is gonna be better than my shit. It's dead silent. Then this nigga says, boom, stickity, boom, side. And the motherfucking gym goes crazy. And I'm looking like, what the fuck? That's Daz Effects. He was doing the Daz Effects, the one effects. He was doing the Daz Effects. I said, this shit ain't even original. What? I mean, niggas is going crazy as he's saying the lines. Then he gets to the part, they want effects. Puts the mic out to the crowd. Daz Effects. They want effects. The Daz Effects. And I'm looking at these. I look at my homies, Chico and Algie. They done stood up. They jamming with the nigga like. And I'm like, what the fuck? These niggas are stupid. Everybody's stupid. How in the hell did I get booed off of some shit that was dope? And this nigga got cheered off of some shit that wasn't even his. It taught me a lesson about stage presence. It taught me a lesson about understanding what the crowd wants. It taught me a few lessons, but the shit was still stupid, okay? After that, I went on a strike. I ain't even write no more after that. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just freestyle for the next motherfucking million years and shit. And so after that, I didn't write for a while. And after that, I stayed on Miller Street, and there was a baseball park right across from Miller Street, and everybody used to come And I used to go out there and I used to freestyle against everybody who was over there. Then after that, you know, that's whenever it was like, all right, cool, let me get back to writing. But I got booed. It taught me something, but it was still some bullshit. And I don't know if anybody from Chadbourn remember that. The people from Chadbourn, if you remember this story, I need your comments below. Anybody, if y'all think I was tripping, if, you know, whatever, put it in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Tell a friend to tell a friend about this page. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have a lot of interesting things, some controversial things in the near future. So yeah, man, I thank y'all for tuning in, listening to me ramble. The entertainer, the executive, the brand, Broadway Miller. Let's go.